NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Colts and the Texans on Thursday night primetime.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Watson. They shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They go play action with Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short, 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. 4th and inches in plus territory. That seemed like a prime spot to go for.
It certainly did, and there's so many things that go into it. Are you too far away for a field goal, but not far away to punt it? Do you just feel like your offense is better? I just think in today's NFL, offense feels like it has to take care of the football, has to keep the ball, because scoring is up. You better maximize every possession. You trust your offense more than you trust your defense in today's league.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 15 carries, 127 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a 2nd drop right here in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the 1st quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indiana. And now before the ball changes hands, we're going to take a look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, here's Watson. That's into the hands of Pascal. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Texans, nothing.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2. Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in, and it made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and he wanted to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And now is late potential. So that challenge, a successful one. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. This is the tight end, Njoku. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one will be accepted. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On play action, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. And the ball is knocked out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watson on first down. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Back to Taylor on first down. Room to run past midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
What was that, Russ?
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Play action. It's Lawrence. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football. At their 42-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Watson. Got a man, it's Kenyon. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right? And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Lawrence. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 24, Lawrence. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd and a couple, Watson. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Watson's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and 4. The final shot before the break. Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
For the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Watson looks to throw again. He gets it to Cooks. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. Santos' kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They go play action with Lawrence. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch. Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Watson off play action. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll go again to Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Now he's flying, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. That gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Nifty move. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
It's week 8 of the NFL, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Colts on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Pass incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you weren't trying to defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there for Indy.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that Control your fate, leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 11 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd and short, Drake, the solid stiff arm. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play action. It's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
On first down, Lawrence. He'll get this one to Pittman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and a yard. On play action, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On play action, it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Okereke. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to... be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
To try again after the sack. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there is absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
On first down, Drake. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Fuller. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TV.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Carr now on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jason Verrett, he'll get the sack as he provides the heat off the corner. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Devin Singletary, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott has run for a touchdown there. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half, and to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
They go play action with Lawrence. Rolling to his right. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. There's the stiff arm. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Indy set to go on offense once more. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Indy. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They go play action now. Lawrence. Flush to his right. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And once more to Ruggs. This time the catch made. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. David Njoku. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back now in Indianapolis. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in here by Fuller. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on second down. Now Carr. Catch made. It's Moreau. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This goes out wide for Drake. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll run on first down. Taylor, and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down and 7. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. On play action, Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense. Can't do that.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be checked down to Drake. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll bring up a second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Runs over him. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, it's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense.